So the cell converter that was announced ages ago. If you don't know what a cell converter is, it's essentially when you have excess amount of cells of a certain monster and you get to convert them into their respective era cells. I'll assume the reason why the cell converter hasn't made its way into the game is probably because they're probably wanting to make it into an event where you can only convert cells for a limited time per season, and they're probably trying to figure out a way that they can profit off the event somehow. So my idea is that Socialpoint should make the cell converter into a 7-day event, or a 7-day limited time thing that happens once a season. It will be located in the monster lab. There will be 4 pods, similar to crafting and ranking. You can use all 4 pods without having to rent them. The cell converter lets you convert extra monster cells of a monster into the respective era cells. So Galvana cells will turn into Ambrosia cells. You can only convert mythic monsters as well. You can only convert cells for a monster if it's rank 5, because let's say you have a rank 4 Chair of Cupid, and you have 5,000 of the cells, which is more than enough to get him to rank 5. But let's say you want to convert those extra cells to Ambrosia, but then you realized all 5,000 of those cells are being converted, which means that your Cupid will be stuck at rank 4, because you accidentally converted all 5,000 of those cells. And it's to prevent people from just converting all the cells of a monster they don't use, which is why there's a rank 5 requirement in order for you to start converting cells of that monster. Also, you don't get to pick how many cells you want to convert. All you do is pick one monster that is rank 5, then you click convert and it starts converting. The converting ratio will be a 5-to-1 ratio, so 5 Galvana cells will convert into 1 Ambrosia. 1,000 Galvana cells will convert into 200 Ambrosia, which is kind of similar to when you get a duplicate mythic from breeding. Either get 100 cells of that monster or 20 Ambrosia, which is a 5-to-1 ratio. Also, the amount of cells you can convert has to be divisible by 5 for obvious reasons. So let's say you have 6 Galvana cells and you want to convert it. It will convert the 5 cells into 1 Ambrosia. You will have 1 Galvana cell left over. And for the time it takes to convert, it would be 6 hours if you get between 1 and 50 Ambrosia, 12 hours if it's between 50 and 100, 24 hours if it's between 100 and 200, and 48 hours for 200 plus Ambrosia. Even if you have 10,000 Galvana cells, it will still only take 48 hours. You can also gem the conversion if you want to. Also, there will be a 5% chance that the cells will convert into cells of a random monster of that era. So those cells might turn to Cupid cells, or Juggernaut cells, or Killer Rock cells. The good thing about the 5% chance thing is that you might get a new monster. The bad thing about it is that you might get cells for a monster you already have, or cells for a rank 5 monster you already have. So just hope when you convert 10,000 monster cells, you don't get Thundork or something. There will also be a time challenge that goes with the event. There will be 5 rewards, and the rewards will all be the same, which is 100 era cells for a random era, excluding the current era cells. So you could get either Mythic Amber, Stardust, Lutum, Nebula, Ambrosia, or Nectar. Also, you won't be able to convert cells for the current era either. So in this case, you won't be able to convert galactic monster cells, and you won't be able to convert monster cells or era cells into a different era cells. So you won't be able to convert Nebula to Ambrosia, or vice versa. So to summarize all of that, there will be 4 pods. You convert excess monster cells to era cells. You can only convert mythic monsters. You can only convert cells for a monster if it's rank 5. There will be a 5-to-1 ratio conversion of the cells. The time it takes is dependent on how much cells you are converting. You can gem the conversion. It's a 5% chance of the cells to be converted into a random monster cells of that era. You can convert all mythic monsters excluding current era monsters. There will also be a time challenge. And you cannot convert era cells into other era cells. So yeah, that's how I think Socialpoint should implement the cell converter into the game.